Saving project files. You can save the active project as a project file. To keep your projects as manageable as possible, make sure that you save project files and all related files in the respective project folders. To save the project and to specify a file name and location, open the File menu and select Save As. To save the project with its current name and location, open the File menu and select Save. Rerouting missing ports. Autosave. Autosave. Cubase can automatically save backup copies of all open project files with unsaved changes. Note: only the project files are backed up. To include the files from the pool and to save your project in a different location, use the Backup Project function. Cubase can automatically save backup copies of all open projects with unsaved changes. To set this up, activate the Autosave option in the Preferences dialog, General page. The backup copies are named a project name-xx.bak, where xx is an incremental number. Unsaved projects are backed up in a similar way as the UntitledX-xx.bak, with x being the incremental number for unsaved projects. All backup files are saved in the project folder. To specify the time intervals in which a backup copy is created, use the autosave interval setting. To specify how many backup files are created with the autosave function, use the maximum backup files option. When the maximum number of backup files is reached, the existing files are overwritten, starting with the oldest file. Saving project files. Saving project files as a new version. Saving project files as a new version. You can create and activate a new version of an active project file. This is useful if you are experimenting with edits and arrangements and want to be able to go back to a previous version. Procedure. Do one of the following. Select File, Save New Version. Press Ctrl/CMD-Alt/Opt-S. Result. The new file is saved under the same name as the original project, with an incremental number attached to it. For example, if your project is called My Project, new versions are called My Project 01, My Project 02, and so on. Autosave. Reverting to the last saved version. Reverting to the last saved version. You can return to the last saved version and discard all changes that have been made. Procedure. Select File, Revert. In the warning message, click Revert. If you have recorded or created new audio files since the last version was saved, you are prompted to delete or keep the files. Saving project files as a new version. Choosing a project location. Choosing a project location. You can specify a project location for saving projects in the hub and in the project assistant. Procedure. Do one of the following. Select Use Default Location to create a project in the default project location. In the project folder field, specify a name for the project folder. If you do not specify a project folder here, the project is saved in a folder named Untitled. Click in the Path field to change the default project location. Specify the new default location in the File dialog that opens. Activate Prompt for Project Location to open a file dialog where you can specify the project folder location. Do one of the following. Click Create Empty to create a new empty project. Select one of the template projects and click Create to create a project based on a template. Result. The project is created and saved in the specified location. Reverting to the last saved version. Self-contained projects. Self-contained projects. To share your work or to transfer it to another computer, your project must be self-contained. The following functions facilitate this task. Select Media, prepare archive to verify that every clip that is referenced in the project is located in the project folder and to take actions if that is not the case. Select File, Backup Project to create a new project folder where you can save the project file and the necessary work data. The original project remains unchanged. Related links. Preparing archive. Backing up projects. Choosing a project location. Preparing archive. Preparing archive. The Prepare Archive function allows you to gather all files that are referenced by your project and to ensure that these are in the project folder. This is useful if you want to move or archive your project. Procedure. Select Media, Prepare Archive. If your project references external files, you are prompted to copy them to your working directory. If any processing has been applied, decide if you want to flatten edits. Click Proceed. Result. Your project is ready to be archived. You can move or copy the project folder to another location. After completing this task, copy audio files that reside within the project folder to the audio folder or save them separately. You must also move your video clips manually, as videos are only referenced and not saved in the project folder. Self-contained projects. Backing up projects. Backing up projects. You can create a backup copy of your project. Backups only contain the necessary work data. All media files except for the files from VSD Sound Archives are included as a copy. Procedure. Select File, Backup Project. Select an empty folder or create a new one. Make your changes in the Backup Project Options dialog and click OK. Result. A copy of the project is saved in the new folder. The original project remains unaffected. Note: VSD Sound content provided by Steinberg is copy protected and is not included in the backup project. If you want to use a backup copy that uses VSD Sound content on a different computer, make sure that the corresponding content is also available on that computer. Preparing archive. Backup Project Options dialog. Backup Project Options dialog. The Backup Project Options dialog allows you to create a backup copy of your project. To open the Backup Project Options dialog, select File, Backup Project. Project Name. Allows you to change the name of the backed up project. Keep current project active. Allows you to keep the current project active after clicking OK. Minimize audio files. Allows you to include only the audio file portions that are actually used in the project. This can significantly reduce the size of the project folder if you are using small sections of large files. It also means that you cannot use other parts of the audio files if you continue working with the project in its new folder. Make direct offline processing permanent. Allows you to flatten all edits and to apply all processing and effects permanently to each clip in the pool. Remove unused files. Allows you to remove unused files and to back up only the files that are actually used. Do not back up video. Allows you to exclude video clips from the video track or from the pool of the current project. Do not back up mixdown folder. Allows you to exclude the mixdown folder of your project from the backup. Related links. Export audio mixdown dialog. Backing up projects. Tracks. Tracks are the building blocks of your project. They allow you to import, add, record, and edit parts and events. Tracks are listed from top to bottom in the track list and extend horizontally across the project window. Each track is assigned to a particular channel strip in the mix console. If you select a track in the project window, the controls, settings, and parameters displayed in the inspector and the track list allow you to control the track. Backup project options dialog. Track inspector settings dialog. Track inspector settings dialog. The track inspector settings dialog allows you to configure the visibility settings of the individual inspector sections for each track type. You can also specify the order of the sections. To open the track inspector settings dialog, click Setup Inspector and select Setup from the pop-up menu. Hidden items. Displays sections that are hidden in the inspector. Visible items. Displays sections that are visible in the inspector. Bin. Activate pin by clicking the column for a section to prevent this section from being closed automatically. Add. Allows you to move a selected item from the list of hidden sections to the list of visible sections. Remove. Allows you to move a selected item from the list of visible sections to the list of hidden sections. Move up/move down. Allows you to change the position of an item in the list of visible sections. Presets. Allows you to save inspector settings as presets. Reset all. Allows you to restore the default inspector settings. Tracks. Inspector sections. Inspector sections. Each track type has its basic track settings that are always shown. Apart from these, you can set up other track-specific inspector sections in the track inspector settings dialog. Depending on the track type, you can set up the following inspector sections. Track versions. Allows you to create and edit track versions. Chords. Allows you to specify how the track follows the chord track. Inserts. Allows you to add audio insert effects to the track. Equalizers. Allows you to adjust the EQs for the track. You can have up to 4 bands of EQs for each track. Sends. Allows you to route the track to one or several FX channels. Q sends. Allows you to route Q mixes to control room cues. Strip. Allows you to set up the channel strip modules. Direct routing. Allows you to set up direct routing. Surround pan. Shows the panner for a track. Fader. Shows a duplicate of the corresponding mix console channel. Notepad. Allows you to enter notes about the track. Device panel. Allows you to display and use device panels. Quick controls. Allows you to configure quick controls to use remote devices, for example. Expression map. Allows you to work with the expression map features. Note expression. Allows you to work with the note expression features. MIDI modifié. Allows you to transpose or adjust the velocity of the MIDI track events in real time during playback. MIDI insert. Allows you to add MIDI insert effects. Instrument. Shows the audio-related controls for the sampler track. MIDI son. Allows you to add MIDI send effects. MIDI fade. Shows a duplicate of the corresponding mix console channel. Related links. Inspector sections. Track inspector settings dialog. Track versions section. Insert effects. Send effects. Equalizers EQ. Chord section for MIDI tracks. Chord section for audio tracks. Q sends. Channel strips. Direct routing. Miniature views. Device panels. Track quick controls. Expression maps. Note expression. MIDI modifié section. MIDI insert. MIDI son. Track inspector settings dialog. Track controls settings dialog. Track controls settings dialog. The track controls settings dialog allows you to configure which track controls are displayed in the track list. You can also specify the order of controls and group controls so that they are always shown adjacent to each other. Note: the track controls settings dialog is available for the main track types. The track types that are shown in the More Tracks section of the Add Track dialog, however, have a fixed set of track-specific controls. Exceptions to this are the chord track and the video track. To open the Track Controls Settings dialog, right-click a track in the track list and select Track Controls Settings from the context menu, or click Open Track Controls Settings dialog in the bottom right corner of the track list. Track Type allows you to select the track type to which your settings are applied. Hidden Controls displays controls that are hidden in the track list. Visible Controls displays controls that are visible in the track list. Width. If you click in this column, you can set the maximum length for the track name. Group displays the group number. Add allows you to move a selected item from the list of hidden controls to the list of visible controls. Remove Allows you to move a selected item from the list of visible controls to the list of hidden controls. All controls can be removed except for mute and solo. Move up/move down. Allows you to change the order of items in the list of visible controls. Group. Allows you to group 2 or more selected items in the visible controls list that are next to each other. This ensures that they are always positioned side by side in the track list. Ungroup. Allows you to ungroup grouped controls in the visible controls list. To remove an entire group, select the first, topmost element of this group and click Ungroup. Reset. Allows you to restore all default track control settings for the selected track type. Controls Area Preview. Shows a preview of the customized track controls. Presets. Allows you to save settings for track controls as presets. To recall a preset, click Switch Presets in the bottom right corner of the track list. The name of the selected preset is shown in the left corner. Controls Area Width. Allows you to determine the width of the track controls area for the selected track type. In the Controls Area Preview, this area is shown with a frame. Track Name Width Global. Allows you to determine the global name width for all track types. Apply. Applies your settings. Reset All. Allows you to restore all default settings for track controls for all track types. Inspector Sections. Track Controls. Track Controls. You can configure which track controls are shown in the track list. Note. You can only configure track controls for the main track types. The track types that are shown in the More Track section of the Add Track dialog, however, have a fixed set of track-specific controls. The chord track and the video track are exceptions to this. The following track controls are always shown. Mute. Mutes the track. Solo. Solos the track. The track name control is available for all track types. Name. Shows the name of the track. Double-click to rename the track. Audio-related tracks. The following track controls are specific to audio-related tracks, that is audio tracks, instrument tracks, sampler tracks, group channel tracks, and FX channel tracks. Bypass inserts. Bypasses the inserts for the track. Bypass EQs. Bypasses the equalizers for the track. Bypass sends. Bypasses the sends for the track. Freeze channel. Opens a dialog that allows you to set the tail size time in seconds. Channel configuration. Shows the channel configuration of the track. Listen. The listen indicator lights up when the track is in listen mode. MIDI-related tracks. The following controls are specific to MIDI-related tracks, that is MIDI tracks, sampler tracks, and instrument tracks. ASIO latency compensation. Moves all recorded events on the track by the current latency. Programs. Allows you to select a program. Edit in place. Allows you to edit MIDI events and parts on the track in the project window. Drum map. Allows you to select a drum map for the track. Audio and MIDI-related tracks. The following track controls are specific to audio and MIDI-related tracks. Record enable. Activates the track for recording. Monitor. For audio-related tracks, this routes incoming signals to the selected output. For MIDI and instrument-related tracks, this allows you to route incoming MIDI signals to the selected MIDI output. For this to work, activate MIDI through Active in the Preferences dialog, MIDI page. Edit channel settings. Opens the channel settings window for the track. Show lanes. Divides the tracks into lanes. Lock. Disables all editing of any events on the track. Read automation. Allows you to read track automation. Write automation. Allows you to write track automation. Instrument tracks. The following controls are specific to instrument tracks. Edit instrument. Allows you to open the instrument panel. Instrument. Allows you to select an instrument. Sampler tracks. The following controls are specific to sampler tracks. Open/close sampler. Open/closes the sampler control in the lower zone. MIDI tracks. The following controls are specific to MIDI tracks. Channel. Allows you to specify the MIDI channel. Output. Allows you to specify the output for the track. Bypass inserts. Bypasses the inserts for the track. Bypass sends. Bypasses the sends for the track. Group/FX/VCA tracks. The following track controls are specific to group/FX/VCA tracks. Mute automation. Deactivates the automation red function for the selected parameter. Lock automation. Disables all editing of any events on the track. Automation parameter. Allows you to select a parameter for automation. Parameter. Allows you to select a parameter value for automation. Marker tracks. The following controls are specific to marker tracks. Add marker. Allows you to add a position marker at the project cursor position. This track control is always shown. Add cycle marker. Allows you to add a cycle marker at the project cursor position. This track control is always shown. Locate. Allows you to move the project cursor to the selected marker position. Cycle. Allows you to select a cycle marker. Zoom. Allows you to zoom in on a cycle marker. Activate this track. Activates this marker track. Folder tracks. The following controls are specific to folder tracks. Group editing. Allows you to activate the group editing mode. Expand/collapse folder. Shows/hides the tracks in the folder. Hidden tracks are played back as usual. Track controls settings dialog. Add track dialog. Add track dialog. The Add track dialog allows you to set up and add tracks. To open the Add Track dialog, click Add Track in the global track control area of the track list. Related links. Add Track dialog audio. Add Track dialog instrument. Add Track dialog sampler. Add Track dialog MIDI. Add Track dialog group channel. Add Track dialog effect. Add Track dialog VCA. Add Track dialog marker. Add Track dialog ruler. Add Track dialog folder. Tempo track. Signature track. Arranger track. Transpose track. Chord track. Video tracks. Track controls. Audio tracks. Audio tracks. You can use audio tracks for recording and playing back audio events and audio parts. Each audio track has a corresponding audio channel in the mix console. An audio track can have any number of automation tracks for automating channel parameters, effect settings, etc. You can add audio tracks via the Add Track dialog. Related links. Add Track dialog audio. Add Track dialog. Add Track dialog audio. Add Track dialog audio. The audio page of the Add Track dialog allows you to set up and add audio tracks. To open the audio page of the Add Track dialog, do one of the following. Click Add Track in the global track controls area of the track list and click Audio. This opens the global Add Track dialog on the audio page. Select Project Add Track Audio or right-click in an empty area of the track list and select Add Audio Track. This opens the audio page of the Add Track dialog. The following settings are available. Audio inputs. Opens a window where you can select an input of your connected audio hardware. If you have added an input bus in the audio connections window, you can connect to that input bus. The Open Audio Connections button opens the audio connections window. Configuration. Allows you to set the channel configuration. Audio-related tracks can be configured as mono, stereo, or surround tracks. Audio outputs. Allows you to set the output routing. Name. Allows you to specify a track name. Count. Allows you to enter the number of tracks that you want to add. Note. You can add an unlimited number of tracks. However, you can only add 100 tracks at a time. Keep dialog open. Activate this to keep the dialog open after clicking Add Track. This allows you to click the page of another track type to set up and add more tracks. Note. This is only available if you open the Add Track dialog from the global track controls. Add Track. Adds one or more tracks according to the track type and the settings of the active page and closes the dialog. Related links. Audio connections window. Audio tracks. Audio track inspector.